Hey Canucks fans, raise your hands if you're still holding out hope that we'll be able to re-sign both Jacob Markstrom and Tyler Toffoli. I'm Clay Emo, I'm at Canuck Clay on Twitter, I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram, I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Saturday, June the 13th. This is where you get Canucks insight that's positive and timely. Gonna base today's vlog on a report from Rick Dhaliwal. Once a week, Rick Dhaliwal comes up with a lot of really good information, and he usually uses this thing called tweet longer. So he basically puts it on Twitter, but it's like almost a notepad where you can use more than 280 characters. Anyways, yesterday he talked about Reid Boucher maybe getting some interest from overseas. He talked about Petrus Palmu who's still on the outs with the club, but and Utica and maybe playing overseas once again. But today I want to focus on the two of the three big UFAs, and that is Tyler Toffoli and that is Chris Tanev. Now we know about Jacob Markstrom. I vlogged about him a couple days ago when he was named as the Canucks representative, the nominee for the Masterton Trophy, Leadership, Perseverance, and Dedication. A very worthy nominee, just like all 31 nominees, I'm sure are very worthy. And that's kind of like the point I made in my vlog from earlier this week. But today, let's talk about Tyler Toffoli first. A lot of people are thinking the Canucks, with their salary cap trouble, might only have a chance to sign one of those three between Markstrom, Toffoli, and Tanev. Others say if they get a little creative, maybe or if they're able to unload some contracts like an Eriksson or a Sutter, maybe have to throw in a sweetener, or maybe buy out a couple guys, or whatever it may be. There's a lot of different ways they can do it, but that you could find the savings and maybe not re-sign some of our RFAs. But I would love to see Tyler Toffoli re-signed by the team. And you guys know this, I go back and forth. Sometimes, if I had to pick one, sometimes I'll say it's Toffoli, because I love the way that he had 10 points in 10 games when he came over here, and he just gave our top six a different look. He made us a lot more dangerous. And of course, we know how good Jacob Markstrom was throughout the season, and arguably our team's MVP. So I don't want the Canucks to have to choose between one or the other, but it might come down to that if the money doesn't work out for whatever reason. But they have all summer to figure that out. I think Tyler Toffoli, if the NHL gets going again, I think he's going to be a massive factor in the play-in round and then hopefully a deep playoff run. So I think he's going to build his worth as Markstrom's worth has already been built up. So for Toffoli, the reason why I bring this up now is Rick Dhaliwal said that he spoke to Toffoli's agent, Pat Breeson, and Breeson said that Toffoli, in his short time in the city, he loved the city and he loved the way the team was going, the direction the team was going. So that's good. You know, obviously Toffoli's not going to say, oh, it was only 10 games and I didn't really like it and I don't want to be back. Obviously, he's not going to say that. It doesn't help his bargaining power, and it would just make him look like a goof. But he wouldn't say that. But it looked like that he was having fun here. It looked like he was getting acclimated here. And again, it was only 3 weeks, 10 games. So hopefully a deep playoff run this year will further acclimatize him to the team, make him want to stay, and hopefully that helps in negotiations. So I would absolutely love Tyler Toffoli to stay here, to resign here. I know it's going to cost a lot over the $4 or $5 million he's making now, but likely be worth it if he stabilizes our top six with guys like Miller, Pettersson, Besser, Horvat, and Pearson. So that's Tyler Toffoli, and hoping for a great play-in and playoff run from him. And then we go to Chris Tanev, and I know I was guilty of this. Last week I jumped on this whole Ian McIntyre article where it sounded like Chris Tanev said he was willing to take a one-year deal, because as many UFAs will have to or may have to because of the financial uncertainty of the league given COVID. But Rick Dhaliwal says that Tanev's agent said there's no way that he's going to accept a one-year deal, and so I think maybe he thought that some of the wires were crossed in that article. And that makes sense. You know, Tanev has been in the league for 10 years. You don't play 10 years in the league to just sign a one-year deal. You obviously want stability when it comes to term, when it comes to money. And so maybe there's something going on in miscommunication, like I said, but it sounds like that Chris Tanev will not consider signing a one-year deal, which makes sense when you think of it that way. And then it will make it even harder for the Canucks to sign him along with the other two guys. So again, we've been talking about this a lot, but of the big UFAs, there's the RFAs, guys like Troy Stetcher and Jake Virtanen. I've talked about them before. I'm sure I'll talk about them again. But when you look at the big three UFAs, there's Jacob Markstrom, there's Tyler Toffoli, and there's Chris Tanev. And most people, analysts, fans, would say in order, that's the priority of re-signing them. Jacob Markstrom, Tyler Toffoli, and Chris Tanev. But I've always said I would love the Canucks to find a way to sign at least the two of them, Jacob Markstrom and Tyler Toffoli. And according to Toffoli's agent, it sounds like he would be open to that, but there's a lot to come still. So there we go, Canucks fans. A quick, short update for you here. Also, because it's Saturday, I'm inviting you to give questions for me, my Ask Me Anything. Actually, I'll tweet about that later. So, but if you're watching this on YouTube, put a comment below and just start it with AMA, standing for Ask Me Anything, and then those are the kind of questions that I'll read tomorrow. So again, if you're watching this on YouTube, actually you are watching this on YouTube because this is too long for Twitter. If you want to ask me a question for tomorrow's Ask Me Anything video, just type in the comments below and start off with AMA. And lastly, I've been talking about Rick Dhaliwal a lot, and for good reason as well. Not only does he give really good insight and timely insider information, he'll be among my next guests for my Zoom chat series. So we've agreed in principle to do it. It's just a matter of setting up a time. So I look forward to chatting with Rick Dhaliwal in the near future. And I thank you for the feedback on my chat with Corey Hergott from yesterday. Well, Canucks fans, question of the day is, how do the Canucks make it work? How would they sign Markstrom and Toffoli? Get creative in your suggestions. Talk about who we can buy out or who you can trade, even if it doesn't make any sense. I'd love to create some discussion down below. How can we find a way to keep both of those guys, Markstrom and Toffoli? Leave a comment. I will read, react, and reply as always. Subscribe if you'd like to. Like this video if you'd like to. Enjoy the day. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. God bless, and go Canucks go.